welcome to your doom. Actually, it's probably welcome to my doom, because I don't think I'm going to be able to survive the boss here in Epic Elite Thrill of the Hunt, but let's see how we do. So, level 28, and I just pegged to 29 while I was running out here, getting a few explorers. But I wanted to do a 28 video. Last video was at 26. On the enhancement side, I'm still doing the experiment. Nothing has changed here. But I just have to say that it's just not panning out the way that I had hoped. So I'm probably just going to revert back to the Tainted Scholar thing. I talked a little bit about that last video, but I am going to take it to 30 and then make my assessment. I want to go all the way with it. I don't want to dabble. We'll take a look at what some of the level 28 gear looks like. Just got evocation focus on the goggles. Epic Scales of Surety. This comes from, well, you can get it as an end reward for doing the 4 Epic Necro 4 quests. I can't remember what specific quest it can also drop from, but you can definitely get it for doing all 4 of them from the turn-in guy there in the middle of all the quest givers. This is a pretty nice level 27 medium armor option. Lots of goodies on there. If you're not familiar with Epic Necro 4 loot, it does have 2 slots, but they have to be unlocked. And you unlock one of them by using the tapestries that you get from the Epic quests, and then there's a different kind of tapestry that comes from the Epic Raid, which opens the other slot. This has got Insightful Con 3 in addition to the 2 slots. Oh, Haste Guard, Exceptional Fortification, Greater Nimbleness, and then there's a set bonus too if you have the other piece of it. It's a helmet. Epic Ethereal Bracers. This is another really nice item that comes out of Epic Necro 4. Again, can't remember the specific quest it drops from. Maybe Ghosts of Perdition, not sure. In any event, you can also get it at the end reward guy for doing all 4. Again, 2 slots, unlocked the same way. Dexterity 11, Riposte 9, Ghostly, Deadly, doesn't really mean anything to me. Speed, and Feather Falling. Again, an Epic Necro 4. Epic Necro 4 was a great loot pack. If you don't have that, I recommend it. Lots of good stuff. This is actually from Mark of Death, the Epic Raid. And so right now, this is still, here we are essentially 2 years later. By the time this video goes live, it'll be 2 years later. This is still the highest Intimidate item in the game in terms of that competence part of it. I know you can make a green steel item that has, overall more than that on one item, but as far as the single biggest competence bonus, which is your basic kind of bonus to a skill, if you will, plus 25, so it still is the champion. And up until relatively recently, this was the biggest resistance item that you could get, and I believe it is still, as of right now, is still the highest resistance you can get on non-armor. But by the time this video goes live, I believe that update 32 will have gone live, and we should have some bigger options. Insight 45 doesn't mean anything to me. Vitality 40, love some extra hit points, and Insightful Sheltering 5. And as I've mentioned in other videos, your improved harm clicky there, what you got 3 charges of. Hey, you got a Pale Master running in your group. He needs a hand getting healed. You can hit him with that. Boots of Blessed Travels. So this is your, the King Freedom of Movement item. This is from Defiler of the Just. 2 slots, dodge 12, quality armor mastery. The speed's, well, I guess it's a little bit higher than what was on the other, but freedom of movement, full time, inside for reflex save +3. Beautiful item. Like I've said before, if you're running a tune that can't cast freedom of movement, it's nice to have an item that has it, at least situationally. But I like to run with it all the time, and this is a nice item. Lots of good stuff in there for lots of different tunes. Legendary Dashing Gloves. This comes from Good Intentions. I haven't gotten a mythic version yet. You know, it's not for not running it. I mean, I haven't been farming it hardcore, but I definitely have been running it, and I have not pulled a mythic, not even a mythic 1 yet. Although I think I've given a mythic 1 away because I was like, my gilly needed it, you know, and I'm not going to take a mythic 1 when I already have one. I really would like to get the mythic 3. It only comes in mythic 1 or 2. I mean 1 or 3, not 2 and 4. The armors come in 2 and 4 for that pack. The items 1 and 3. Residence 185. Sonic Lore 27. Quality Charisma 4. Quality Perform 5. And I haven't put anything in the slot yet. We'll see what happens with the next update. Gear is going to change massively. In fact, I'm like 10 videos ahead now. I just posted Iron Mines? No, the Pit. And today, I think later today, I'm going to post Western's Frental. So by the time I post this, you know, update 30, I probably shouldn't even be making this video now. I should wait till after, but whatever. Update 32 is going to be huge for gear. Just huge. Lantern Ring, that's the same as last video. Plus 45 Mineral 2 belts, same. Ghost Waking Cloaks, the same. Largely redundant now. Ghostly's on the bracers, resistance on the ring, charisma, I don't think is anywhere else, but DR15, that's really the big reason why I have this right now. I could be wearing countenance. There's not really a lot for me on countenance. I wish I had pulled it out of the bank actually so I could do some compare. Countenance charisma's 12. Charisma's not that important for me. I'd rather have the DR15 than the +2, you know, higher crit chance that it has over the Lantern Ring. Whatever. Epic Litany of the Dead, +2 to all stats, totally awesome. This is also Epic Necrophore from the Mark of Death raid. 2 slots again upgraded with the tapestries that come from both the quests and the raid. Death's Locket, this comes from Giant Hold, Epic Giant Hold. This is basically an upgrade or a step above the Silver Flame Talisman. Not too many items in the game that have the negative energy absorption, absorbs energy drain effects. And Sightless. This is just what I have for my con and sheltering item right now. It's got 2 slots, some other goodies. Really, it's about the sheltering and the con. And there certainly is going to be better available at endgame. I know, at least as of right now, I still have this on my build post, but I'm going to be changing things around after update 32. Shield of Tireless Aid, Epic Shield of Tireless Aid. Another really good one would be the Epic, I believe it's the Demonic Shield, the large shield anyways, that comes out of Hound of Zoriat and Legendary Hound of Zoriat and Legendary Tempest Spine. But I do have this Mythic 4 version. So that's really awesome. Devotion 150, Heal Amp, Healer's Bounty, Demonic Shield. I love it. It's a nice large shield. Take a look at it, and if you are an enlightened spirit and you're using Skyvault Shield at endgame, I want you to get the Shield of Tireless Aid, and I want you to compare the stats. Look at it. Look at the difference. Look at the numbers that you're really getting. I think this shield stacks up really well against Skyvault. In fact, I highlighted those differences in an earlier video. Maybe I'll try to link that. And then I've got the tier 2, just 2. I don't want to do 3. I don't want to waste the flogs. I do have the flogs now. I want to wait to see what happens with update 32. But I've got the Meridian Fragment in there. Totally cool. The Meridian Fragment comes from Fire and Thunder Peak raid. And you know, it has this effect that stacks up to 3 times, and each stack does 8 additional psionic bonus to universal spell power. There aren't too many items in the game that gives psionic bonus. There's actually only 3. One of them's a set. So this basically stacks with everything else I got. So it's plus, and since I'm getting hit all the time, and it procs on being hit by taking melee damage actually. So I'm getting hit all the time because it's tanky playstyle. So I'm basically running an additional 24 spell power all the time. Plus 150 sonic spell power. That's meaningless. It's got higher on the gloves now. And plus 6 to conjuration spells. That's average black tentacles. I don't have really good DCs anyway, so that's probably not very important. But hopefully we'll be changing this to something legendary green seal or something again after update 32. Things are going to change. Wow, that was a long intro. Let's see how we stack up against these Shardakai assassins. Oh my god. One of the really cool things about doing these videos, I mean, lots of cool comments. I love hearing from you guys. I really appreciate the kind words. And I love the discussions that happen not only between me and you, but also, people, other viewers are responding to other viewers, and that's really neat. It's just like this neat little community, But one of the fringe benefits, and that I don't know, I guess I just was a little bit surprised, but it totally makes sense, is how much I've learned along the way. Doing these videos, I'm kind of putting myself under a magnifying glass, And if I make a mistake or if I say something wrong, like, people are watching, and they'll call me out on it, and that's cool. And then I end up learning stuff from that, which is awesome. And even if it's not that I'm saying or doing something wrong, it can be, that maybe there's a shortcut I didn't know about, and so somebody sees that I didn't do it a certain way, so they're like, hey, did you know you could do this thing that way, for example? It's just totally cool, the stuff that I've learned over the past, I mean, wow, it's been like almost 2.5 years now. Ooh. So here, you search the desk, you find the key. The mistake I always make is I walk away because it says you find a key. So, like, I think it's in my inventory, and I leave it right there, but it's actually on the desk. You actually got to pick it up after it says you find it. Always make that mistake. Except this time. Because I'm feeling that magnifying glass that you got on me right now. But just so cool. Just so cool, the things that I've learned. And yeah, like, we're coming up on 2.5 years. Coming up on 1,100 subscribers. Which, it's a little bit less than the Star Wars channel, but I'm blown away by the viewership. I never expected it to grow into what it has. I haven't done this quest in a long time. I don't do Waitloon very often, typically just like once per life. You can intimidate Ryle right off of the dude. You know what I'm going to do here? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm turning off the aura. Okay. We're going to let the numbers ride out. I've got some riposte on there. Okay, no dots left on. Oh, he's got the spider venom. Okay, you're just going to have to bracket that out in your mind. You phenomenologists can do that. Okay. Burning blood. Or consume burning blood. Stricken. Steal life force. This is all the Soul Eater stuff right now. All these numbers except, again, the riposte. The riposte is that number that's not showing any damage type. This is minus 21 there. So I'm doing some damage, but I just, by level 28, I was hoping those numbers would be a little bit better. I didn't expect to get a lot out of burning blood, but I was really hoping that consume and stricken and steal life force, I was really hoping those would be a little bit better. I guess I was hoping for numbers that maybe were about twice as big as what I'm seeing. guy. Aura's back on now. So we didn't have the aura on, didn't have displacement on, no problem. Of course, it's just rile. Don't get all riled up. I think this boss is gonna tear me up, though. I'm really gonna. I don't think that I've ever. I don't remember if I ever took Voodu against him in Epic Elite. But I just don't have the sustained big healing that I do like on Ginger. The only sustained healing I can do is renewal, and that it doesn't exactly tick for a lot. It certainly isn't going to tick for more than he's doing with his badass chain. Oh, I'm helpless. That's okay. The aura's keeping us up. You know, if you're doing this and you don't, you know, I've got some, you know, some AC and some PRR from past lives. If you're, you know, feel like you're taking too many hits, you know, don't hesitate to toss a Sleet Storm. Great crowd control. I'm not using it. I don't really need it, but it's nice. I mean, you can see I'm not really using the tentacles either. Bursty, bursty. My build post had dropped to page 2, and that's fine. You know, there are other, you know, I feel like this build was like a first generation. It was. I mean, this build was like a first generation Enlightened Spirit tank. And I'm pretty proud of what I accomplished right away. Like, you know, showed like, hey, you can take an Enlightened Spirit, build as a tank, and go up against typically Fire on Thunder Peak Dragons. Like, it was totally cool. Like, I don't think anybody else was posting videos and stuff like that at the time. But, you know, other people are posting, like, more modern builds now, and that's cool. And the build just dropped to page 2, but somebody just posted to it, brought it back up. And what was really cool is this person was a founder. Like I said, like April 2006. And this was their first post ever on the forums. Like, that was... And I commented on the forums, like, wow, that's... You know, it's a compliment, you know. It's the first time this person's ever posted on the forums, and it's to, you know, in 10 years, and it's to my build. It's pretty cool. But you know, after update 32, here I go. It's like the world's gonna change after update 32. The DDO world sure will, the gearing side of things. You know, I really want to post some updates to things. Really want to... There's a lot I want to do with the gear. You know, I'm not really happy with the way I have it posted now. This guy hurts. Well, I guess he's not in here. Maybe he's here. This is just a shrine. Am I done? I thought I had to kill a red name and get the key. Yeah, come on. Where are you? Oh, did I? There's a gold key right there. Did I kill him and I wasn't even conscious? I don't even know. Sleeping. Here's the moment of truth. This guy's gonna tear me out. This is gonna be embarrassing. I'm drinking a Yugo pot. Might have to employ the jump around like a jackass method a little bit. Not connecting with his chain very much. Oh, as soon as the displacement wore off, he was. It's at 50, we're looking good, the dogs are dead. What could go wrong? Oh, I did not mean to hit Dark Discorporation. Oh, another set of dogs. Well, how about that? That surprised me. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Well, thanks for watching. If you have questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have questions about my build, you can respond in the Warlock forums. And if you are on Sarlona, you're welcome to send me a tell.